Oh, hello there. We're going to start the opening because I genuinely forgot it. Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Now that I got that started, because I'm an idiot, I just wanted to say, how you doing, Mr. Scythe or Darkwave, however you want to be called today.
I am doing okay, and yourself, sir?
I am good. I'm good.
As I sit in darkness, because I am
Whatever.
a vampire. The
Spirit may join
Grand
us.
Tutius.
I don't
Tutius.
know if you saw Spirit on the stream, guys. Oh, she walked off. She's being mean to me. Okay. All right.
Mm-mm.
Look at that. You're on stream now. They can see the assault.
I'll actually just do a pot at your head.
Hey, if she threw a pot at my head, I probably would be KO for the rest of the podcast. But first thing is first. As usual, we talk about the roundup. And this week it was not a good week for anything. And I'm not talking about wrestling this week because we got SummerSlam. Because we'd be talking about it for the rest of our goddamn lives. First things first, Diablo Season 1 faces mass criticism from everybody. Have you
And
been seeing
rightfully so.
Have you been seeing everything on it?
Seeing it, I had to experience it, sir.
Oh wow. Would you like to look at a video that I found that is quite funny?
Sure, why not?
Let me share it. Let me share it for you and hit that plot button. Can you see it properly?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. It says this is our Diablo experience so far.
Oh, yes, the invisible walls. Yes, yes. I know them all too well.
What the hell is happening?
Shitty invisible walls, man.
Oh wow, what the hell happened?
It just
What did
happens.
they
You'll be
do?
running sometimes, and then you'll just be hitting a visible wall.
Oh wow, it's
It absolutely sucks.
that is just fucking amazing. And how long has that been happening?
It's fucking terrible.
Oh Lord. Let me turn that off. All right. There's another thing that I've seen, and maybe you could relate to it as well. So, from what I can see here, a lot of the people. Where did that page just go? Yes, it says, who asked for this? Like the D4, the damage over time, damage to close enemies, damage to crowd controlled enemies, damage to distant enemies, damage to injured enemies, damage to slow enemies, damage to stun enemies, bleeding enemies, chilled enemies, daze, enemies affected by trap skills, frozen enemies, poison enemies, and burning enemies. And it literally asks that players ask for this. I've played every major ARPG, spent a lot of time online discussing them and all the time, but don't ever recall seeing a player ask for damage and fixes to be broken down into 15 plus subtypes. Not ever. So yeah, Diablo is getting rightfully beat up um, simply because it's just bad. What what happened, Brand? It
I
used
mean,
to be
those
like,
stats have been there since the start of the game, though.
yeah, but a lot of people are just getting angry at a lot of the stuff, the nerfs, all the buffs that they're trying to do, and they announced that they're having another campfire talk soon. So that's going to be, you know, hopefully better. A lot of people are actually praying for it to be better. So
I mean, the
that's
first
gonna
one
be
wasn't
fun.
bad, but the game is just ultimately boring. I feel like it took too long for season one to come out because it got delayed, and people have already gotten to high levels and made their builds OP.
Hmm.
And then if
And then it,
you're someone like me who's made multiple characters with different builds, by the time you get to season one, you just rinse and repeat.
yeah, yeah. A lot of people gave the game up and went right back to Path of Exile. So that's fun.
I mean, Path of Exile 2 looks good.
Hmm. We'll see what happens. I'll probably get on that if it's free again. I don't know if I'll pay for it.
Infinite dodge roll, man.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, forgot to ask you, okay, now that you're here, what did you think about Gundam shutting down and how another live service shooting game, not even gonna say shooting game, another live service shutting down in
It
months?
sucks because I actually enjoyed that game.
Me too,
Um,
especially on
I
PC.
think that they should have. There's a lot of things that they could have done and should have done
Hmm.
with Gundam. I think their lack of care ultimately is what killed that game. Because it's not hard to make an Overwatch clone, but that game was out for for basically a year, almost,
Hmm.
and you added no backfill. One Gundam per season, which I think with the amount of Gundams that has been created was abysmal. Um, the ranking system was shit to a point where no one played it. It would take almost 30 minutes to get into one rank match.
Yeah,
I mean, the maps were fine. The game modes were fine. I do think they could have maybe had like a team deathmatch in there, but the maps and everything else was fine. I mean, the
yeah,
game overall was fine. It's just it's the little things that kill that game. No backfill, lack of suits, especially in the beginning. I mean,
yeah.
it
And
is just so much that it's the little things, and they just said fuck it, I guess. So yeah,
and
we lose another Gundam game.
yeah, we
Go
lose
figure.
another Gundam game, but Operations is fine. You're like, okay, Operations is okay. But like we lose another Gundam game, and my problem with losing another Gundam game is they had the potential to actively put everyone's favorite Gundams in the game. Prime
Yeah,
example, people want Death Scythe in the game. Yes, they put heavy arms in the game. You're like, fine, that's great. But the other major issues is you have to pay for every last fucking Gundam out there. Unless you get the pack with the original, couple of Gundams. But other than that, you have to pay a arm and a leg for every fucking Gundam. And I'm like,
I didn't mind paying for the Gundams considering the game was free.
yeah,
Um, I think $10 for a Gundam is reasonable. I think the amount for the skins is fucking horrendous. But I like the fact that they give you the reason why I didn't shit on it as much
yeah,
is because you have the opportunity to try every Gundam in the training room.
yeah,
So could they add that in? They patched it in like after maybe a couple months of release, probably sooner than that. And that made it digestible because if you didn't like how a Gundam plays, you just didn't have to buy that Gundam or mobile suit.
yeah.
Yeah.
But $10 is, but it's like if $10 for a character in Overwatch, you'd be like, what?
I mean, it
I,
technically is. If you buy the battle pass, it's $10.
oh yeah,
Now you can unlock that character for free as you play the game, but I mean, Overwatch is now basically pay to get the character early or grind and grind and grind to get it for free. I mean, Gundams wasn't that sophisticated, but I do think the fact that you can actually try the Gundam
yeah,
or mobile suit first, I'd rather pay $10 for an actual character than $10 or $20 for a fucking skin.
yeah.
And
I'm
that
gonna have to
game
agree
was
to
free
that.
to play from day one. So it had a day one thing where it's like, all right, this is already free to play. This is the expectation. And when a game is free to play, I already suspected we'll have to pay for Gundams and mobile suits and whatnot. So I was fine with it. I didn't buy everything. If I liked it, I bought it. And now what they've done, which I will commend them. They didn't have to do this. They shut down the cash shop And every time you log in, you just get the currency that is used to get the Gundams for free.
Yeah, that's
basically, instead of being scumbags and still taking your money, which they could have done, just log into their basically play their game to get the Gundams, and so I mean, either way, I mean it's unfortunate. I do understand that competing against your own game, Battle Operations, was kind of stupid, but see, Battle Operations isn't for everybody.
No, it's not.
It's okay. It's an okay game. I played it a couple of times. It's okay. I in some ways prefer Gundam Evolution. I believe it's faster paced. I think it's just more my style.
Yeah, Gundam Evolution is more like Overwatch, but that's why I liked it as much as I did. Like I grinded the game on 2 different consoles. Granted, the PC is where I have most of the shit done. I just don't have anything unlocked because I didn't care. And fucking the console version, which has the weirdest fucking controls I've ever seen in my life, is the one where what's it called? Hey, Spirit, how you doing?
Meh.
Yeah. How was your day, madam?
Meh.
Okay. Hey, Spirit.
You look at a ceiling fan.
What? Why are we looking at a ceiling fan?
Cause I'm search so.
Okay. Hey, you want to see? You want to see a video real fast?
No.
Look at this.
What was your point of asking me?
You know.
So why didn't you even ask it? Didn't you already just show this?
Yes. Did you see it?
Yes.
How did you see it?
What do you mean? How did I see it? I literally could just, I don't know, look out of my room.
Shut up. Anywho.
Ooh, Gus.
But yes, we were just talking about Gundam Evolution ending and how Darkwave essentially called it again for a 3,000th time. How every time he says it's not going to last that long, and then it doesn't last that long.
It's not difficult to see, man.
Every fucking
these games,
time.
Man, these live I mean, Gundam Evolution had a chance. You would think it would be fine because it's just copy and pasting a successful game that's dying slowly but surely, and that's Overwatch. But alas, they failed, which I'm not surprised because, again, they didn't fix the little things. Like the little things will kill the game quicker than the big things. So
yeah, that's how it always is. The only game I've seen come back from it is Destiny, and it's still going strong for some fucking reason. But yeah,
I mean, I don't know. It's sad it couldn't even last a fucking year.
Not even that.
I think that's the worst part of it. It didn't even last a year.
Not even a full goddamn year. Looks like our Exoprimal is probably going to die really soon too. Jesus,
Exoprimal is, I don't know. I feel like having all those perks is fine, but you have to fix the matchmaking. You should not have level 3s and 2s in matches with level 50s and 40s. It's just no point. Unless they're telling you don't go into PvP until you're like significantly leveled, which, okay, fine, but how about you tell us this?
All right, next is I know something that would bug, I know Spirit mostly. Ubisoft's obsession with Assassin's Creed is killing their other franchises. And I know Spirit liked that game, Immortal Phoenix Risings, which part 2 would have been in the Polynesian Gods. So because they're obsessed with this, they killed off the other franchises and or cannibalizing the other ones. Pretty much.
Which sucks.
It pretty much does. So because we're getting like 9 Assassin's Creeds. I don't know if you guys know that we're getting like 20,000 Assassin's Creeds, and we're getting Skull and Bones, which no one gives a fuck about anymore, that they are obligated to make. And we're also
that game supposed to come out like 18 years ago.
Yes, it was supposed to come out 18 years ago. But yeah, they are forced to do it because they made a deal with which government did they make a deal with again? That they're forced to come out with? They're forced to come out with it because they made a deal with a government, so they can't cancel the game, which is what they're trying to do. But apparently they're stuck with it coming out, so it has to be good. And so far, playtesters who played it said it was ass. like actually said this.
Not surprising.
Yeah, but yeah, I know Spirit, you would have enjoyed a Phoenix Rising 2 with
I would have.
Maui and them. Yeah, you probably would have enjoyed it. Like, hey, I get to fight Maui or play with Maui or whatever, or have the situation. Because I know you like the first one, something fierce. Wasn't a huge fan of it myself. I just left it alone though. I'll probably play it and do a Defeationist episode on it one day.
It was cute. It was for what it was. Like it wasn't like a horrible, terrible game. I mean, it didn't even have some good replay value because they put a big ass DLC that was in it, which I was like, I'll wait till this come down in price. But for what it was a fun. Yeah, it had a lot of fucking Assassin's Creed elements in it. But then it also had some like how Joker was like, oh yeah, the Legend of Zelda meets Assassin's Creed game. That's literally the best way I could describe that. But for what it was a fun game.
Okay, that makes sense. Uh, but yeah, I don't. And it decided to make like another crew game, and I was just like, you are aware that no one cares about these franchises anymore because you fucked that over yourself because you're Assassin's Creed up. Again, we're getting 50,000 Assassin's Creeds right now, 2 for mobile and the rest for console, knowing damn well that they're all going to be live service.
Mobile Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, they're all going to be live service, and we know this. They're going to have live service elements, and then people are going to be like, "What the fuck, Ubisoft? You're doing this again?"
Horrible.
Yep. And people are going to be like, you guys are idiots again for the 30th time. Well, for me personally, the last one I'm actually going to buy is Mirage simply because it's going to be like the original Assassin's Creed. Hopefully it stays like that. Then I'll go, hey, the enemies I have levels. It's an RPG game. And I'm going to be like, fuck, if it does. But thankfully it may not. And I would be happy with that. And then, Assassin's Creed Red, if they decide that the Mirage does better than anyone, then yeah, I think I may get Red. If they just say it's no RPG elements, I'd be like, all for it. But other than that, man, I think I'm gonna retire because again, Valhalla was just too goddamn long, and I like that game.
Can't retire, man.
I have
They
to.
need you.
And then if Ghost of Tsushima come out, it's there's no point of me getting Red at that point. If the Ghost of Tsushima 2, I'm gonna be like, I don't really care about Assassin's Creed right now. Yep, that's how life is.
Here's hoping Ghost of Shushu can be better.
Yes. Moving on. There's a game called Baldur's Gate 3, right? And it's having a problem with the Xbox. So, due to the fact that the Xbox demand parity or it has to be on both the S and the X, it has been delayed to 2024.
Oof.
And apparently a lot of developers don't like the Series S.
Oof.
So it goes back to what I was saying. I feel like it's the same thing or what you were saying, Darkwave, when you was like, the PS4 is killing a lot of games these days. I actually feel like that's what's happening with that shit.
With the Series S.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard the Series S could usually run most games.
Yeah, but apparently a lot of developers don't like the game, don't like that console because they have to parity it. It can't run as good as the Series X, so they have to do a lot of stuff like how if Returnal was on PS4, it'd be like, what the fuck,
Well, the S is stronger. So I know the S is stronger than a PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
Obviously not as strong as a PS5 and Series X, but it shouldn't be. Is it that much weaker? I mean,
I have no clue. But yes, and that's not. And the people who make Baldur's Gate is not the only one who's like, this is a problem. It's a lot of people saying that same shit. So at this point, I feel like a lot of companies should just go to the stronger hardware. But then again, not everybody has the stronger hardware. And as Spirit said, if you don't, at this point, it's not our problem anymore. because everyone
Well,
should have it.
but the thing is, they still market the Xbox X as next gen. So I mean, not X, S
Mhm.
as next gen. So it's like, if people bought that one, can you
Mhm.
blame them?
No, I can't really blame them.
So I think because the X, the Series S is weaker, but it's stronger than a PS4 Pro. How
Yeah.
much stronger, I don't know, but I mean, think like this, man. These companies can still make games, these high level games for PS4. This should be no issue for the Xbox S.
Yeah.
Being realistic, like I understand for maybe the devs of Baldur's Gate, they want to strictly be 1,000 into the next gen, but
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
companies, man, they I don't know. It can't be that much. It should not be that much worse. Because if it is, then I mean, I guess, but it shouldn't be. I guess.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of goes to what you were saying. Like I said, at this point, it's killing. Some of these new gen games can't be truly new gen because they have to be an EO gen or something lesser, which makes no sense.
I don't know.
We'll
I
see
get
one
why
day.
Xbox made the Series S. They
Mhm.
wanted to stay kind of in the market. I get that.
Mhm.
To kind of have a one up on PlayStation and still be next gen ish. But if it's causing problems for Baldur's Gate of all fucking games, a top down game of all things, we might need to reevaluate what the fuck we're doing. I don't know.
Yeah. Next,
'Cause
what are we saying?
I would say Diablo 4 looks probably as good, maybe a little bit worse, but as good.
Mhm.
And I have heard no issues about people buying that on the other consoles. So I don't know.
Except the invisible wall part. That shit is still hilarious.
Well, the invisible wall is just a fucking bug. That's not. That's just what it is for that. But
Oh crap! All right, the next thing here. So Baldur's Gate, speaking of it, not only is reaching records with concurrent players, but other devs are also jealous of said game, in which they said it's more like an anomaly, not the gold standard. And people are like, what the fuck? Which is like how those other developers got mad at Elden Ring for having a minimal HUD, regular graphics, and did not hold your hand.
good.
And
I don't need my hand to be held.
yeah, and one of the companies that got mad was one of the dudes from what's the name of that fallen company that used to be great but now is ass? They made Anthem. BioWare.
Oh,
Yeah. BioWare is one of those people. The dude who made that some people from Deck 13 and people were just like, what are you doing?
we're still upset. Now, wait, what are we said about now?
They're upset because Baldur's Gate is so good that they think that it's they're trying to say that should not be held as a golden standard, but people are literally disagreeing with them like that actually should be the golden standard because they even made promises, no microtransactions, and it's just a story game that you can play from start to finish and do whatever the fuck
Do you
you
know
want.
what they made? They made a
What?
thing called a video game,
Mm-hmm.
and they're caring about, I don't know, gameplay,
Yeah.
which is the
Yeah.
most important thing to a video game.
And people are, like I said, they're pissed. They're like, hey man, why did you not or you can't have this. This is not fair, blah blah blah. You shouldn't use them as a standard. And I'm like, you actually should use them as a standard because a lot of you people decided that some of the stuff that they have in their game is no longer relevant, and they prove it wrong every single fucking time that it absolutely is relevant. Maybe you should fix your games. BioWare should probably calm the fuck down. Fucking Deck 13. Yes, I know you're making your Lords of the Fallen remake, but you should also calm down because Atlas Fallen may not be good. It may be a good game. It may not be good. We'll see. Hopefully, it's good. I'm
Fucking
pretty
Lords
good.
of the Fallen, man.
No, it needs to be good. Make me
It
buy
definitely needs to be good. We're going to be buying it. and there will be a Deficients episode on it.
Fucking bird.
Yeah, Evil West was good though, even though it wasn't them.
That should not be a standard. That's not like, oh, well, we took a chance on this game and maybe all any other ones should be good too. No.
But Evil West is actually a good game.
Look what happened to Exo Primal. Look what happened to Diablo.
Okay, Exo Primal's issue is mainly because it's not cross-platform party yet, which is annoying. Because, you know, I bought it for you specifically so you can run the game because I have it on my Xbox on the PC because I wanted to play the game on the PC, and apparently, yeah, it's no bueno. So.
Don't know why we make I don't understand why we make cross-play games without the ability to do cross parties.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
What's the fucking point? You might as well just said no crossplay.
Exactly.
It's fucking stupid.
Exactly.
It's like having FF14 be crossplay, but you can't party with PC players.
Is it crossplay?
You fucking 14?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You can play it wherever you want.
Is.
If you're on PC and I'm on PlayStation, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, you're right. I used to play with somebody that was on PC. Yeah, but they were kind of being dickheads, and I just left that shit. It's whatever. Oh well. Next.
I didn't even get that one.
But we lost Spirit.
No, Spirit.
Ah!
She'll be back.
All right, she's back. There she is.
Thanks, because my phone just cut off.
Is that what?
You know what time it is, guys.
Peanut butter jelly time?
Oh yeah, I wish it was peanut butter jelly time. It's time to talk about the good old WWEs.
It's nothing to talk about. It was
Jesus
a subpar
Christ.
pay-per-view. The Bloodline shit is spinning its wheels. I don't care about any of it. And I called that shit before it even happened because they told you without actually telling you, yeah, Jim's going to turn heel. Great. I got here the generic promo of basically him being jealous.
Okay, before I get started, first things first.
We're wasting our time.
First things first.
TNA level booking. This is TNA.
So we're gonna pretty much be talking about SummerSlam to explain to Spirit that she did not watch it.
It's good.
Explaining the
I
Spirit.
mean, I heard a good portion of it.
She heard it. First things first, if I can get to it. Their attendance was disputed immediately. They said they had 59,194 people, and that was deemed false.
Of course, they had like 51 or 52. Some shit.
Not
But
even
WWE
that.
always does that.
They had like 30.
Well, WWE always embellishes their numbers no matter what they get.
Dougie.
Yeah, they did. They did embellish that shit something fierce, and it looked real dumb because it was immediately disputed, almost immediately. But yeah, man, we got some
Nothing. I was saying it was a lot of immediates.
Yes, immediately.
Immediately.
Yes,
Yeah.
immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! All right, let's go with the matches. We can what's it called? First things first, that Logan Paul versus Ricochet match was actually okay. I'm not gonna say it was the match of the night because we all know who had the match of the night. It's not a problem. But yeah, Ricochet was a good opponent for Logan Paul to actually do some shit. But Logan Paul won the match with punching Ricochet with brass knuckles because that's what we wanted to see.
It was fine. I mean, Logan Paul needed a win, I guess. He hasn't won a match since last year's SummerSlam.
Yeah, he has not.
So the match was good.
Yeah,
It
the
is
match
what
was
it
good.
is.
Yes, Logan Paul actually did what he needed to do, except for pay people back for his crypto scam. So people are like, you get a lot of money from WWE. You should probably pay that shit back. But eh.
You're asking for too much, sir.
Yes, you are. 18 minutes of actually decent match. Then there was, and I'm surprised this went on second, Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar in a match that happened and was slow.
It was a fine match. It was fine. There's still no reason why Brock attacked Cody.
Yeah. What? Oh, I thought that was explained. I did he not tell you? Did you not watch that episode of Raw or
It
SmackDown?
never was said, sir.
Yes, it was, bro. So apparently, while they were all in catering, Cody Rhodes accidentally stepped on Brock Lesnar's cowboy boots. Accidentally.
Oh,
Yes.
he put a little scuff mark on him.
Yeah, he put a little scuff mark on him. And Brock Lesnar went to the bathroom to try to clean him, and he couldn't get clean. So if you remember the episode where, they challenged the Bloodline, I don't know if you noticed, but Brock Lesnar went back to the back. Like, you saw him in the background of one of the camera shots trying to scrub off that little print. So he was just like, fuck this. I'm about to beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes, which started a 3-match system, which the first match was just not good. The second match was just not good. And then the third match was just okay. And I don't care what people say to me. Like, the match was just boring. Brock Lesnar did not have a good match with Cody Rhodes. It just...
The feud was non-existent. But, it's over, finally. So
Thank God. Spirit, when I say this match, literally, to me, felt like it was like 30 years. While it was okay, it was just like, okay. The next match was the Slim Jim Battle Royale featuring Slim Jims and Slim Jims everywhere. Because Slim Jims, and they put people in Slim Jim commercials with Macho Man Randy Savage.
that was
No,
good.
I remember seeing that.
Yes, with LA Knight winning the match because what?
Because they had something they had to do at some point, right?
Yes, but really,
Look, man,
I
he
was like-
won a match.
this is the match you really want him to win? It's just like the Andre Memorial Battle Royale.
I mean, he had the
It's
biggest
gonna
pop of
be-
the night.
He did. He had the biggest pop. He had the biggest pop. Unfortunately, I don't think they're gonna do anything with this man. But yes, and then they added Omos in the middle of the fucking match for some fucking reason. Like people wanted to see Omos come down to the fucking ring.
What happened
And
to his old theme music? Why did they change his theme music? His theme music was actually pretty decent.
Why did they
Oh.
change Shayna Baszler's old theme music to this new shit that is actually hot shit? Don't
I
know.
don't know, man.
Don't know. But Spirit,
Yes.
let me tell you something. LA Knight won, right? And
Uh-huh.
had the biggest crowd reaction all night. And then the next match, you could hear legitimately a pin drop. The next match was Shayna Baszler versus Ronda Rousey in an MMA rules
moves?
match, which people. Spirit, when I say you can literally hear somebody,
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Be right back.
exactly, you can hear that. Like,
Oh, I'm dead serious. I gotta go to the bathroom. But yeah, there was a bathroom
Oh,
as well. So I'll be right back.
that's funny.
you could actually hear people, getting up to go get like a burger or something. The guy in the green shirt went missing for about 5 minutes of a 7-minute match, which is weird. He disappeared. Yeah, a lot of things happened. That match was just bad. When I say bad, and oh look, it's a picture of JoJo.
Hmm.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah, it's my baby.
It's the baby. Anywho, put a picture of literally anything that happened during that match was so dull that no one popped, no one said anything, and then when Shayna Baszler win, you heard yay.
We heard a yay.
Yeah, you literally heard people wake up a slight bit. All you heard was you're like yay. You heard multiple people probably just go, "Oh man, the match is over. Oh shit, I didn't notice. I wasn't paying the fuck attention because they kept.
Lord Farquaad has returned.
I did not need to know that. That and we could see it. But yes, legitimately, yeah, that match was. You could literally hear people going, "Oh wow, this match is literally boring," or you just didn't hear anything. It's like they sucked all the wind out of the crowd, and people were just legitimately bored.
And that killed the rest of the night, by the way.
It definitely did, because a lot of people just like, why didn't this match come on first? But
no, you don't want that match on at first. Hell no.
Or last, something that match shouldn't even went on.
Not in that state. Should have been a fight pit.
Yeah, should have been a fight pit. Yeah. Can't hear you.
And for those, she's not in a thing right now.
Oh shit, you're not in the thing, babe.
I think it's on my phone. Anyway, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I was saying I think it's because if they have it last, that people will be like, "Oh, all right, cool, we can go ahead and leave early. Bye."
Exactly. But
that's the fuck I would do.
Did you notice Darkwave, that green shirt left for like a good minute or two during that match? Green shirt was there, of course. Like, how the fuck is he at every goddamn pay-per-view, at every show? What is his job title, and how does he get paid that much money just to sit in a crowd on every show, bro? I don't get it.
He is him. And for those of you wondering why I'm sideways, I'm just playing Honkai Star Rail. Cheap plug for Honkai Star Rail. Play it.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Yes, but at the conclusion, that was 7 minutes of torture. And then we got an actual banger, which was Gunther versus Drew McIntyre, in which Gunther won because Drew McIntyre crossed himself on the ropes, which was kind of dumb. I was like, that's a dumb excuse to have Gunther win. Win.
He won clean.
He won clean, but the crotch part, I was just like, it's like when Big Show hopped on the top rope in one of his matches against Roman Reigns. They're like, oh, he's going to lose because he's going to get speared out the sky, because that's not something he normally does. You'd be like, what the fuck? Clearly, he's gonna get speared out the air. He got speared out the air. Oh wow, that was so predictable.
Shut up.
Or when Braun Strowman was there and he did the same thing against Roman Reigns and got speared out the air, and everybody was like, oh wow, maybe that's not something he does normally, so that made it predictable. But yeah, possibly match of the night was Gunther versus Drew McIntyre, but they put another banger, which was Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, which is actually a very good match. I actually like the fact that, Seth Rollins didn't do the thing with the crowd this match, because he actually, got into the Finn's face.
It just wasn't as long.
Or was it like 5 minutes?
No.
What's the like, bro? Was it like I can go walk my dog, come back, and then this shit still?
Yeah, they're still owing, but it wasn't as long. But as I said, I hate when he's in a blood feud or in a feud with somebody and somebody hates him and they let him complete that joint. And I said, Omos did the right thing by stopping it, by knocking him down when he was doing it. And I'm like, that shouldn't be a case. Like, if he's in a legit feud with somebody and they're legitimately feuding with him, don't let him do that. Like they used to do back in the day, attack him in the process of their opening. I miss that shit so much.
Yeah. The match was fine. So much. The story, Damian Priest looked like a disappointed father.
He definitely did.
Where you help the man, and Finn Balor's fucking stupid, so,
Yeah.
More stupid drama between faction members that doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Which, comes to the first crack of what the fuck is going on with this story. But, then there was the 3-way female match, which the wind went right back out of the sails. Okay? First of all, why can't Asuka keep a belt for longer than a fucking couple of months, like she did in NXT? What happened?
You said NXT.
Okay. Asuka fucking lost the belt to Bianca Belair, because if it was Charlotte, I would have said, please, God, Do not let that woman have the fucking belt for a long period of time again. So yeah, I was happy that the match was actually good until the ending, in which it didn't make any sense of how Oscar got rolled up from a person in the middle of a figure 8 or figure 4, but with a stretch to it, I guess. But yes, in the middle of a figure 4/8 point half, point 5, yeah, Oscar got rolled up like a chump, which didn't make any sense to me. And yeah, Oscar lost the match, and Bianca Belair won it.
And then Bianca lost it.
Yes, for about a minute. And then the next match is Io Sky versus Bianca Belair, which was 8 seconds.
Yeah, man, money.
Is that a record?
Yes, that is a record. Bianca Belair had the championship for about 8 seconds. No, a minute and some change, but the match is 8 seconds. 0.8 seconds. Then I was actually super glad that Io Sky did that, because I did not want Bianca Belair to have that belt right now. And I'm glad Charlotte didn't have it. And I really just wanted Asuka to keep it. So it could be Io Sky versus Asuka, which would be a fantastic match. But I mean, I don't work at the WWE creative, so I'm not, in it. Then we get quite possibly the stupidest fucking match of the night. The Tribal Combat Undisputed Championship match, which they did not exclaim was no disqualifications in the slightest.
They did on SmackDown.
Oh, that's when they did?
Yes.
I wasn't paying attention. I'm so sorry. Okay. Well, I didn't know it was no disqualifications, because the very second I saw something get hit, I was just like, huh? Holy shit. This match was so goddamn slow. It was slow. Like Spirit. The match is 36 minutes, and it went to about 12 o'clock. Dark.
Damn. Damn.
Yes. This match legitimately was almost a fucking hour. And it was just long. It fucking Jimmy Uso, or whatever it was, Jey Uso, I'm sorry. Jey Uso barely got any offense. It just looked dumb. Also, I'll get to it in a second. Yeah, and then of course, because it's a no disqualifications match, Solo interfered in the goddamn match like it wasn't fucking obvious that was gonna happen. So it was 2 versus 1 the whole goddamn match, or in the middle of the match, because no one has contingencies anymore. And yeah, apparently we got a match where Jay barely got any offense, and it had to do a lot of stuff to get offense, and almost came to winning. And then guess what happened? Jimmy came out of nowhere.
Came and betrayed him, which is, honestly, because I remember you talking about that last part. I honestly think they really only did that just to keep this shit going, because they ain't got shit else with this storyline.
Oh, that's why.
God.
Literally it. Because he would have beat him, or he would have lost. Then what? That's literally the only reason why, just to keep this shit going, because they're literally out of ideas with this storyline or where else to take this shit.
Yes, and what they did was so backwards and stupid that it seems like that. And I don't want to say it's a Vince thing or a Triple H thing, but it seems like both of them did not think about that for a fucking second. Not even for a fucking second. I would have rather you just had a singles match and Roman Reigns disqualified himself and called it the fucking day, which would have made more sense. It would have been still annoying, but it would have made 100 times more sense than having Jimmy betray Jay. So at Payback, they could have a brother versus brother match, in which technically can also still happen because Solo is also their brother. So it's like, okay, you just wanted a brother versus brother match, a twin brother match with 2 people who have the same fucking moveset. That match is going to be stupid boring. Are you not aware of this?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a difference in their moveset. They fight exactly the same. It's not like DIY. It's Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa, in which they have 2 different movesets, but they work well together. No, that's not how it works. It's going to be the same fucking match. It's going to have super kicks and Samoan drops and frog splashes, or Uso splashes, as they call them for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
But
yes. They gotta change up the name of shit.
Yes. But the main issue that I had is all the hype around it, which did not make any fucking sense. 1, I don't know if you guys ever looked on the YouTube, right? They had Jimmy, literally, with his son, asking his son, "Who do you think is going to win the match?" And his son was like, Uncle Jay, may win the match, blah 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 blah, and Jimmy's rooting for him. To have Jimmy come into the fucking pay-per-view a day later and betray him?
Yes.
What?
That's good shit, pal.
No, that's the dumbest booking I've ever seen in my life. Two,
That is Vince
Why?
Russo, boy.
in the fuck did he betray him? And they're not gonna have a legitimate reason on why he betrayed him. They're not gonna have it. Oh, I'm the better twin. Blah 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 blah. I want to be like, are you fucking serious right now? That's literally it.
Yes.
Instead of ending the reign, and he literally is only fighting him because of you fucking moron. Which brings you to our third point. The only reason he's in the match is because they beat up on Jimmy Uso and injured him. So his excuse better not be you didn't think about me at all, because at that point I'd be like, he literally challenged him to a fight because you got beat up. That doesn't make any sense. 3, stop teasing the Solo stuff. Either do it or not, bro. This is not no. And now 4, who is Roman Reigns' next opponent? I'm just so
opponent.
dumb.
That man about to be on for like 6 months, man.
Dog. At this point, that belt is worthless. That belt is fucking worthless.
He'll be gone to like, I don't know, Survivor Series maybe.
Yes. Third, for whatever the fuck number I said, because Michael Cole kept saying that amount of rain, you automatically knew that something stupid was about to happen from the start of the match. His historic 70 rain. I was like, oh my god, something stupid's gonna happen in this fucking match. Lo and behold, as soon as I saw Jay get pulled out, I was like, that's Jimmy Uso. He pulled out a mask and it's Jimmy. You heard the crowd, fuck you, Jimmy. I was like, oh wow, you guys are saying fuck you, Jimmy, but the actual thing you should be chanting is so predictable, like your geese goddamn Howard. That's how predictable that shit was. It was annoyingly predictable. Like I almost wanted to literally throw something predictable. Like at the writers, did none of the writers think about the repercussions of how stupid that looks? And now Jimmy has to look like a fucking moron, which he should not have. He should not have had to look like a moron, but he has to look like a moron. And because they want to keep the bloodline going, they forgot that Roman has no real opponent. So now Roman is going to be doing nothing for weeks. Again.
He'll be at home, sir.
Yes, he has to go home, and he's going to be doing nothing. And the Universal title is going to degrade some more into bullshit relevancy. And then they're going to keep saying, his historic 1,000-day reign. His historic.
It is historic, man. You don't understand the metrics.
Roman Reigns is not historic with that damn title. It's literally bullshit. Because he had the title for 3 years, they keep making his shit pointless. It's just fucking pointless. Oh wow, I got a message.
The message is bull.
Oh wow.
What is this message? Is it good? Good news?
Oh, so apparently there was a fight on a marina in Alabama. And so, I'm sorry to sidebar, but the security guard, right? He was black. And he tried to get these white people to kind of move their boat because it was a pontoon boat trying to park, and they're illegally parking their boat. And then they got off and tried to beat up the security guard. The security guard proceeds to throw his hat up in the air. And you know what? Why am I talking about this? I can just show you. Literally, what am I doing?
Let's just say that
He
our
made
ancestors are pleased this day.
And yeah, Spirit said she just sent me sent me a picture of some memes from it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this up here, and I'm gonna show this. Guys, this is gonna be a good break for me talking about the stupidity of the bloodline shit, because it is getting annoying at this point. And there are 3 videos. It's not going to take too long. Mm-mm. Can you guys see?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is the first one. And
I lost it at the dude swimming.
yes, Aquaman that really swam across the marina.
And then he stopped it.
Right? Part 2. Now the white people tried to walk off like they didn't do anything. The memes that came from this, bro.
The fuck am I hearing?
It's good commentary.
This is the part that you're probably going to be like, this is better than wrestling yesterday. Watch this shit.
Where are the police?
Oh, they come.
It's darker. You may want to watch the screen right now.
What the fuck, the random chair?
Yes, this dude with the chair, and this is what everybody said he needs to be in WWE. Look at this. Watch this. That man felt. Oh man, that man. The ancestors was channeling through him. He hit her on the dome with some dedication.
Yeah, yeah, that was actually better than everything that happened yesterday with the Bloodline, single-handedly, because that was more entertaining. Because he just smacked the lady with a chair. Granted, he's definitely going to jail, and a lot of those people. Good news as an update, because I saw the news article. They're also going to jail. So, and they can't really say that they were the victims because there's video evidence of them starting a fight with a dude, and then got jumped by like 20 people in retaliation. And you can't even say it's the skin color and anything. It was just you. Even if it was the reverse, it'd still be like you kind of deserve that ass whooping you just received. Regardless of whatever race or creed or whatever, that shit. They kind of deserve that shit. They just jumped a fucking person doing their job, which is a security guard. But, But yeah, back to what I was saying about the Roman Reigns match. It was dumb, it was stupid, and it didn't make no sense. And I'm pretty sure we're done with that shit. Because, like I said, there's nothing that Jimmy can justify saying that would make any logical sense that would make him seem innocent in the situation. That's all I can say on that situation. Did anybody else have any other thoughts on that nonsense?
None at all. That is all fucking
No.
stupid.
Yeah, it again makes no sense, and they only did this because they had run out of ideas. They don't know where else to take this.
Oh Lord. They what? What do you think is what do you think is going to be their excuses?
I mean, he's going to just basically be, you're saying you're going to be the tribal chief, but you're not thinking about what about I want to be. It's going to be the normal jealousy bullshit, man. The normal jealousy bullshit that we've seen 1,000 times, and people will say this is cinema. No, it's not. It's garbage.
Garbage.
I'm sorry. If I sat in a movie theater and got all that shit and you wasted my time, I will legitimately say that's stupid shit. Because it's exactly what it was. Stupid. You wasted my time.
It's
All
that good shit.
Jimmy Uso and the whole, tribal chief shit, all of that was a waste of my time.
Yeah.
You're
I mean,
out.
isn't this whole storyline waste of time?
Remember?
Bruh.
You're out, but I'm out too. What happened? What happened?
You're out. I'm out too. And you're like, oh, okay. So you did all this, and then at the crucial moment, you betrayed him?
A waste of my time. A giant shit on that story. How could I give two fucks?
Yeah,
About-
because like you said, they just wasted your fucking time. And so now at this point, we just don't know what the fuck they're doing, what's going on. And I just don't know, bro. And at this point, I just wish it already ends. I wish it was already April of next year, so Cody Rhodes can win and call it the fuck a day. Because I don't know how the fuck they're gonna get Cody Rhodes over to Roman Reigns again for round 2. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I
Do
really
you care?
don't. No, I can't stress this enough. I don't. I really don't, because it's tiring, it's annoying, and it just feels at this point that every match Roman Reigns has been in for the last 3 goddamn years have been so fucking predictable and so unnecessary that I'm just like, he's not going to lose the title. No one gives a fuck. He's going to fucking win. He's going to cheat, and then we're going to move the fuck on. So now on SmackDown, Jimmy Uso's going to say, I like peanut butter. Do you swim, Jay? And they're going to be like, what the fuck? And then we're all going to say, that is the stupidest fucking reason for betraying him. And then it's going to be brother versus brother at Backlash. In which, like I said, even with Solo, it was still going to be brother versus brother at Backlash. Or Payback, whatever the fuck the next pay-per-view is. So, that's just me. I think with a little bit more logic here, I would have just, I don't know, had Solo fucking interfere or, make it a normal match again, have Roman get disqualified, beat Jay down, Jimmy come with the save, and then at Payback, they challenge Solo. And then, I don't know, have Solo leave, if Solo loses, have Solo leave the bloodline or be banished from the fucking bloodline. And then guess what? Roman by himself again. I'm not gonna lie. That twin brother versus twin brother is gonna be so boring, and it better not be the main event of that fucking pay-per-view. It really shouldn't. Seth Rollins should be the main event of the pay-per-view. Because Seth Rollins has the better belt already. Like at this point, Seth Rollins could lose the belt, and I'd be actually fine with it, as long as you give it to somebody that actually deserves it. And Logan Paul better not be in the match.
All the way to Mania, and then drop it to Gunther.
Hey, if he drops it to Gunther, I'm not gonna care. That'll be fine by me. Oh, that's right. Yeah, and Jake Paul had to leave because he had to go watch his brother box like 1,000 miles away. But who cares? All right. Did anybody else have anything else to say before I end the podcast for the night?
No, but
Nope.
good night, everyone.
Yes. I also just want to say good night from my second camera. As you can see, I have 2 cameras. Second
It's
one
the
Boy.
oh, not the dance like a sexy person. So now,
Mm-mm.